Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another pointless city skyline experimental video, where today I'm answering the question that nobody has ever asked. Yo Seniac, how many trains is it possible to make Sims take to get to their destination? Well, I am gonna find that out today, and if you guys do enjoy this episode, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here and want to see more pointless city skylines experimental videos in the future, then make sure you subscribe so you're notified when the next episode does come out. But we are back, guys, in our completely flat map, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a small little town that is only accessible via a train. Yes, you heard it here first. A train! And once we know that is all up and running and it's working perfectly fine, I will then add more and more train routes. So we'll have a train that takes them to another train station, which they get off that train station and walk into another train station, which they get onto another train and go to another train station, and so on and so on and so on, until we find out what the limit is of people willing to take trains. We might even make profit. No, we will never make profit. We will never make profit, but it's going to be quite fun to find out. So here we are, and first things first, I am going to go to my options. We're going to go to the 81 tiles mod, and we're going to completely unlock all the tiles for free, even though I have the unlimited money mod on right now. It's just so I can get everything up and running and open, so I can access the edge of the map and create a train line. Now, I believe that is now done. Ooh, I own everything. It's kind of weird seeing no borders. Anyway, what we're going to do right now is really quickly just build a very basic kind of structure for a town. Now, it's not going to be beautiful, it's not going to be amazing, it's just going to be very simple to the point where it works, and that's all it needs to do, okay? So if I just kind of do this, it's right, it's not, I mean, I've created worse. Let's just throw that out there. I've created a whole lot worse when it comes to building pointless little towns and city skylines. But there we go. And what we'll do right now is quickly run through here. So when we do that train station that links up over to this area, we are all Gucci. So we'll get that set up. We'll give it the water. Ta-da. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to need some power, so we'll create also a little utility section, bring that up to here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Which in here, it's going to, again, I've got unlimited money, so it really doesn't matter. I'm going to drop in our little power plant just here. We're going to drop in some water towers, which I'll throw just over here. That's probably one too many than I actually needed. Right, let's cover this area as well. We're going to need sewage being dealt with, so we got one of these little basins down. Bam. Look at me go, boys. I'm doing like a speed run right now when it comes to building a city. Whew, you need to calm down, boy. You need to calm down. And then we get the power lines leading over to here. All good. We need to handle the garbage, so we're going to squeeze in a couple of incinerators because your boy doesn't even care anymore. And apart from that, all I need then is utilities. So that's all good. Leave it as it is. We are going to now squeeze in, and we're going to do high density residential to maximize the amount of people that we can potentially bring in to this city. We're going to do some low density commercial because they're not going to be educated enough to have high density. We'll do some industrial over here. We'll do some industrial just there. We'll squeeze in some industrial over here and here for the job side of things. And then we'll squeeze in some offices here and just there to be the buffer between those areas. And the remaining bit of zoning can be residential. So we're going to give them the hospital that they so solely require. There we go. We're going to give them the death care that they need, which will drop just there and there. We'll give them the policing. Again, oh, not policing, sorry, the fire service, which, again, guys, I'm going all out because, you know, I want them to make sure the city survives and thrives and I ain't got to worry about nothing. They can just purely leave me alone and I can then focus on building the beautifulness that is going to be this. We're putting the university near the industrial area. Right, there we go. Done. Okay, done. Leave me alone, guys. I'm building a freaking city right now. So if we fast forward then to slowly get it all built up, we will require a little bit of extra power. There we go. Now, at the moment, they can't approach or enter this city. So we pause. And what I'll do is delete back. Do you know what I just realized? I don't need an outside connection. I'm so dumb, right? Ignore what I'm talking about right now. Just ignore everything. And what we're going to do, we're going to create a road here, like this, and that's where people then approach. And we'll begin with our train situation, the passenger train line here. I could also use, as we progress further, which one has multiple train lines? None of them do. We could use one of the hubs, really, couldn't we? But we got this here. Boom. And then we have, and I'll place this here or in the middle. What I actually could do is build a road like that. Drop that there. Is it got water? Not really. That's also going to require water and power. So what I'll do is drop this down here. Bam. And then go back to the passenger line and just pretty much got to connect it. That's literally all I've got to do. So we'll come up here, and this is going to be interesting. How organized am I going to make this in the long run? I don't know. Right, that goes all the way to over there. And bam, okay. Bam. Train line connected. Now we press the play mode. So that should now enable people the ability to get over here. It might take a minute or two because the game needs to figure out what is going down. But that then should allow us to, people come up to here, get onto the train line, and then skedaddle all the way over here. It could be the fact that this needs a little bit of power. So what I also could do as well is build in a nice small little park of some sorts just there. Does that push the power needs over? It does. But we're still waiting for them to make their way over and approach this area. So what if as well we put in the passenger train? That is a passenger train line over here, right? Yeah, I made sure it wasn't industrial because that would have been a huge mess. We'll also do a 10 by 10 bend and then make this go straight out to the edge of the region as another way to potentially bring people in. But at some point, someone's got a trigger to get these damn folios in right now. What are they doing? You damn fools. That normally means I'm missing something. Ooh, hold on. That's a good point. Power. We'll go, because it requires oil. I forgot about that. I'll drop a solar power plant down as well. Which means I can't really use this. Because it does require imports and exports from outside of the region. So, just got to get the last few bits and bobs set up. I'm missing something that always normally then triggers the ability for these people to arrive. I might have to link them first up by a road. So let me just do that real quick, because that might trigger then people to start entering. So if I do that, that then triggers the ability for people to enter. Now if I delete that road, does that then die out? Or will they start using the trains? Because I'm slightly missing something, aren't I? Right, the growth is still going. So does that mean they're going to start using trains now? I've still got plus on the old residential front. Are people on their way? Are they spawning at the trains? Where are they coming from? That my population's still growing. Oh, they don't do that weird thing where they automatically spawn in the city, do they? Yeah. Damn. Son. To damn.
Well, I do need to get that connected anyway. So let's get this all finalized. Let's get this all set up. And we got to put a restriction on this road because these guys need, like, the services being dealt with. Actually, you know what? No. Because what I could do... And you know what? I just realized why it's not working. And I'm such a dum-dum. I haven't placed down an actual train line. Listen, right? Don't talk to me, okay? Don't even talk to me right now. I put a recycling plant just there. Don't talk to me, okay, guys? We are no longer friends. Right, there we go. Now we're officially up and running. There's people going to be waiting at the platforms and stuff like that. People should be on their way very soon. They'll either come by the intercity train that brings people in. And off they go and whatnot and all that kind of jazzy stuff. Listen, leave me alone. Alright. I know I'm foolish. Just leave me alone. So we'll give us a few minutes and we'll give it time for them to, because you can see them actually now walking out. And then they're switching over to go into here to skedaddle out of here. But once we get a nice little constant flow, I might place in the space elevator over here. Do you know what? Yeah, that would be a good idea. Space elevator. Because then that brings all the tourists in. So space elevator thrown in just there. Which will bring, like I said, all the tourists in. That'll be using it. So now what we know is they will use one train to get over here. Right? And that's pretty much it. So now then, we need to add additional train lines in. So what I'll do is I'll first delete this. Right, we'll delete that. And we'll set it up. Because I have to do it by road first. We'll do a 20 and up. No, not a 20, we'll do a 40. So we'll do a 40 and up there. We'll do a 40 and up there. We'll do a 40 and up here. Do a 40 and up there. A 40 and up there. So how that's going to work is we get the train station. So that goes to here. Then they cross over the road and go on that one. And that and that. Now, I know there's a limit to how many they're willing to use, but I can't quite remember what the actual limit is. So if I get rid of that line to there, I think that's all pretty much done. We need some more power over here, don't we? I think I'll just eventually run the power lines all the way across to there, so it's all being utilized. And then the train line... Right, this is where the magic now happens. So 10 by 10, 10 by 10, and connect. I will get rid of these roads. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But it's gonna be so awkward. This is so freaking awkward. And then I do the same here. So 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10. All the 10 by 10s right now. That's a 10 by 11. Ooh. Ooh. Treating you guys to a little bit of chaos right now. I did a 10 by 11. What are you going to do about it? Right there. And then this, I think we'll bring it up. Bend it, just because, okay? Let's connect all these now. I need to figure out how many train lines this actually is. Because I feel like this is quite a lot. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's technically then 6. Do you know what, as well? I'm dropping 6 down. The limit could be 4. You know what I mean? So I don't exactly know how many they're willing to go on. So this will be kind of interesting. But at least we got the space elevator anyway to kind of tell us or kind of give us a more accurate representation of what's going down. Water. Let me just run this along. I'm just very loosely building this. There we go. So, Right. I need to get rid of those roads, but at the same time, they kind of need those roads for the services. And it's really only garbage. So let me I'll delete it for now. Because I can turn them into highway roads and then do like restrictions so no one can walk or drive on it and stuff like that. So they're all still going to this platform right now, which is a good sign for me. It is a good sign. Population is still looking pretty good. So if I come to, like, say, this platform, do we see people getting off on this train? There's someone waiting. Aha! Okay. So 6 lines, and they're still going pretty strong. They're still going pretty strong, and they're still willing to use the train line. So we have the city growth slowing down, so we're not going to have as many people waiting to get over here. Which, that's fine. That's okay. I don't mind that. But I'm surprised I don't see as many people coming from the edge of the region. Maybe that's because we have set up the train line. Interesting. Interesting. Now, if I was to build a little bit more residential down... So they're probably not going to like living in the area that I've just suggested to them. And then if I drop down all the other monuments, just for the purpose of getting all the city specializations, like the Eden Project, making the land really, really valuable, that in itself would trigger a lot of expansions. Because it's like we got like the ultimate leisure in that area. Thus triggering the expansions, which makes the residential expand, bringing in more residents. So we can hopefully get a continual flow of peeps moving in. And apparently there's not enough goods to sell either. So what I could do to aid our industrial is to drop down then a cargo airport, so it's not a passenger one. Right, so I'm just trying to do everything right now to aid the city and to continue its growth. Beautiful, boys, beautiful. You can now get your goods. You can now get your goods. So at 6, working fine, mate. Working perfectly fine right now. And do we see any vehicles coming down here? None. It's weird, isn't it? I can't delete any of that anyway. It is weird. And now they need policing and garbage and all that kind of stuff. So they will eventually break. They will eventually break. But let's now add some additional lengths onto this. Right, so if I then go up by 40, cross by 40. Now, shoot, I need to go up a bit more, don't I? I'll go up by another 10. So across by 40, and then down by 20. Across by 40, down by 20. Across by 40, down by 20. So I'm going to add in now, so that'll be... I'm trying to figure it out. Squeeze me. Squeeze me! I'm trying to click on you. Alright, delete. Then this. Oh, that's the wrong... That's not what I want. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would then be... 6... Well, 6 to there, then 7, then to 8, then to 9. I'm not too sure how many numbers that is. I'm going to have to kind of figure it out in my head momentarily. Right, but if I then delete this road... So we're then kind of then going back on ourselves to then come back with the rails. So up to there. Which then this... needs to go to here, and then we go on to there. So it's going to be a tight little turn right now. There we go. But that should do its job. Then a 10 by 10. You see where this is going again, don't you? Oh, that's an 8 by 8. That's kind of slightly different. How is that one a 10 by 10? Oh, it's because I've placed the station further down. Right, I got you. Right, it doesn't matter. Now, I feel like this is now going to push all boundaries. Yeah, this is going to officially push all boundaries. Hang on, why did I do it like that? Hold on, I'm so dumb. Because they walk out of the station to go across. Oh, my brain. I'll be honest, I'll be real with you right now, guys. I'm recording this at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I think that explains a lot, doesn't it? Right, get rid of that train line here. So we've got one there to there and back. Oh, hold on. One there to there and back. There to there and back. There to there. And then this one. I think this is going to be the limit. If it's not, then I have to do a shocked face. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is the 10th one. 10 train lines to get them to where we want them, which is ridiculous. And then just got to set up the water real quick, just very roughly, and then press play. Will they use all 10? I feel like I've pushed the boundaries. I feel like I really have pushed boundaries right now. Right, other monuments. We have the medical center, which I'll squeeze in. We have the fusion power plant. I don't know why I didn't get these in the first place, because this completely aids everything in the city. Just giving them what they need, so everything's all Gucci, mate. And then, are they still using it? If they're walking into this one, which they are, it means they are willing to go the full distance. Oh my god, and that's 10 train lines. That's officially 10 train lines at that point. The city's upgrading like crazy right now, so does that give me more room for expansion to place in more? When is it gonna end? I don't even know. I literally do not even know. But we continue the expansion, which now officially means 12 train lines that they have to get onto to get from point A to point B. And will they do that? They're still going. There is so many people waiting at this station right now. So many. It is never ending. Never freaking ending. That has surprised me. I always thought there was a limit. I think it's not so much a limit to how many train lines you can use. I think it's a distance limit, isn't it? I think that's what the actual limit is. But we officially have 12 train lines in right now. And they are still going freaking strong. Now, if I view my public transportation system, apparently only 945 people are using this, which I still find hilarious. Now, how do I view which line is which? I think it's easier to just do it like this. Lines overview. No. Line details. Can I add a secondary train on it? I can't even add a secondary train on that either. But then again, he's picking everybody up anyway, so there's no worries on that. The amount of people they're picking up right now, that's got to lead to... There we go, 1,500 people being, transported on... 1,800! In terms of revenue, income, nearly 8 grand versus the 26,000 that we are losing, of course, right now. But that is kind of cool though, isn't it? It is kind of crazy. So in a city that is currently housing 10,000 people and still growing, we've got it up to 12 train lines that they can use. Which I just find so weird. I do find it so freaking weird right now that they're willing to use that many train lines to get from point A to point B. Could you imagine how long it takes to get, like, imagine, it would drive you crazy if you had to do that in real life. It would drive you freaking crazy right now. Why don't I we'll put some offices just here. I'll put some dirty industry just there, just for the fun of having some workspaces at the other end of the area. So then have to commute back. It's kind of funny, isn't it? It is kind of funny. So that will have its own little upgrades and do what it needs to do and all that kind of jazzy stuff. But this is ridiculous. I feel like I could go on and on and on. But what I do know is, I know there is a travel limit. Like, they're willing to only travel so far. But I don't think there's a limit on how many stations they're willing to use. Which is even more mind-blowing, isn't it? It really is. It really is. So I think we've got the majority of all the people now, like 2,500. Oh my good God. I mean, the money's gone down, so it shows you that we have moved the big bulk of people. But you know what would be good? If we redid this experiment where that was all residential, all the commercial and offices were over this side, so they had to go back and forth to work and not. Oh my goodness me. That would be so painful to watch them do that. But I'm going to end it here anyway, guys. It is a pointless experiment, and did we even get an answer? I don't think we did. I don't think I have the conscience to place any more train lines in for these guys. I feel so bad. But on that note, guys, we're going to end it for here. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.